Last class you have learnt blood, blood vessels and coagulation of blood. In this session we will see structure of heart, circulation of blood through heart and lymphatic system. Let's see the structure of heart. Heart is one of the muscular organ. The size of the heart is same as that of size of closed fist. It is reddish brown in color. It is located between the two lungs in middle of the thoracic cavity. It is covered by double-layered membrane. That membrane is termed as pericardium. The space between two membranes is filled by fluid called pericardial fluid. This fluid reduces friction within the pericardium by lubrication. Heart is divided by septa into two halves. That is, the septa prevent the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Each half consists of two chambers. The two upper chambers are called the right and left auricles. These two atria are separated by a partition called interatrial septum. The upper wall of the right atrium has island of tissues. This is called as sinoauricular node. Here only heartbeat originates. Sinoauricular node is otherwise called as pacemaker of the heart. Next is the ventricle. The lower two chambers of the heart is right and left ventricles. These are separated from each other by an interventricular septum. These valves are located between left atrium and left ventricle and between right atrium and right ventricle. These valves provide one-way passage and prevent return of blood. The walls of the heart are made up of cardiac muscles. Atrioventricular valves separate the atria from the ventricles. The right side of the heart has tricuspid valve which has three flaps, and the left side of the heart has bicuspid valve which has two flaps. Next is semilunar valves. They are shaped like a half moon, hence they are called as semilunar. These valves are located only in the arteries where these are leaving heart. First one is pulmonary semilunar valve. It is located between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. Another one is aortic semilunar valve. It is located between the left ventricle and aorta. Blood flow through the heart or circulation of blood through heart. Here the superior vena cava collects deoxygenated blood from upper portion of our body. At the same time, inferior vena cava collects deoxygenated blood from lower portion of our body. Then the blood brings into the right atrium through vena cava. When the right atrium is full of blood, it contracts and the tricuspid valves open under pressure. Because of this pressure, the blood is forced into right ventricle. When the right ventricle is full of blood, it contracts and the blood is pumped into lungs through pulmonary artery. Already I said, usually arteries carry only oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Then exchange of gases takes place in lungs. That is, blood gives up carbon dioxide and absorbs oxygen from lungs. Then the blood is transferred into oxygenated blood. From lungs, the oxygenated blood moves to right auricle through pulmonary vein. Usually, veins carry deoxygenated blood. Here, pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. After receiving oxygenated blood, the left auricle contracts. The blood passed into the left ventricle by bicuspid valve. From left ventricle, the oxygenated blood transport to all parts of the body through aorta. Aorta is considered as the largest blood vessel. Double circulation. The blood circulation in human heart is double circulation. That means blood passes through the heart twice. One circulation involves entry of blood from all body parts to heart. This blood is carbon dioxide rich air which goes through to the lungs for oxygenation. The second circulation involves entry of oxygenated blood from lungs to heart and then to all body parts. Single circulation takes place in fish. Fish have only two chambered heart. The blood pumped to gills is oxygenated blood and passes through the body. Because of that, deoxygenated blood goes only once through the heart during one cycle of passage through the body. Double circulation involves two steps, that is pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation. Let's see one by one. First one is pulmonary circulation. This circulation is maintained by the right side of the heart. That means this system which carries the deoxygenated blood away from the right ventricle to the lungs and returns oxygenated blood to the left atrium and ventricle of the heart. Next is systematic circulation. This circulation is maintained by the left ventricle which sends the blood into the aorta. In this system, blood carries oxygenated rich from the left ventricle through the arteries to the capillaries in the tissues of the body. From the tissue, capillaries, the oxygenated blood returns through a system of veins to the right atrium of the heart. Lymphatic system. This system runs parallel to veins and consists of lymph, lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels and lymph nodes. Let's see one by one. First, lymph. It is another tissue fluid involved in transportation. Some amount of plasma, proteins and blood cells escape into the intercellular spaces in the tissues to form lymph. It is similar to blood plasma but colorless, contain less protein. Lymph drains into lymphatic capillaries which join to form large lymph vessels and which open into larger veins. Let's see the functions of lymph. It supplies nutrition and oxygen to those parts where blood cannot reach. It drains away excess tissue fluids. Lymph returns proteins to the blood from the tissue spaces. Fats from the intestine are also absorbed through the lymph. The lymphocytes and monocytes of lymph act as the defensive cells of the body. The lymph also removes bacteria from tissues.